Hello, my name is Colonial, welcome back for another episode of Victoria 3 as Finland. In previous episode we got the airplane industry started as the first ones in the world, and then we also got our GDP above 50 million. Now, I reckon we might be going above 54, 55 million today, I don't know actually, but we shall see. I mean, we're building up some motor industries which should allow us to automate things a bit cheaper, in a way, and I'll also just get like the engine or the automobile production a little bit better and all that. Right, so we are still, technically speaking, 2 techs away from getting the mobile armor, which means that we can then get the tank production. And as long as we get to 100 tanks produced per week, which is going to require us about 5 automotive industries in here. And we will be building that sooner or later, but right now we're building up another level. We'll eventually get the tank production in here, which means that we won't be producing any automobiles perhaps, but we will be producing tanks. And we'll be producing quite a few of them actually. I hope that that is going to go well, but we shall see. But we're getting a bit of rye farms as well, which might then mean that the private sector perhaps will build some more food industries. There's 1 food industry built in 2 actually in West Karelia. And then a whole lot... Oh, wait a minute. Scandinavian Pegu. Oh, Serbian mass migration to Kuopio. Okay, but Pegu... Oh, did they own the... No, that's Indian Pegu. Oh, yeah, they've got a small island over here. Aha, they got 2 opium plantations there. Well, I suppose good on them. I should probably go ahead and improve relations with Portuguese Congo over here. Just to make sure that we got a friendly relations. Same with the Congolese Congo, or Dutch Congo, rather. I'm not seeking to cause trouble in here, not too much anyway. British employees, or employers, sorry. I'm going to take the small hit on authority. I think we'll still have, yeah, we've got plenty still left over, because I do not really want to lower the standard of living of anyone. But now with the mass migration, we should be hitting 9 million, probably within like January, February. I doubt it's going to happen in a few days that we have left of this year. But we are going to get closer. Yeah, it's 30,000 away, or less than that, probably. Also, as we are... Oh. Big cool crowd. Now, we'll just leave the anti-Russian association at this point. There's probably no one supporting it. No, there's still some group supporting it. Oh, we need to start building some more. How's the power situation? It's still pretty bad over here on our capital. I'm going to build another 2 levels of power plant there, then. It's still probably not going to be enough, mind you. Oh yeah, not even nearly. But we'll get at least a little bit of production going in there. Of extra, and then that leaves the private sector... Oh, investment pool is actually increasing right now. Oh, because the industrialists are support... Okay, there we go. So as long as we construct and the private sector isn't constructing too much, the investment pool is not draining all that quickly right now. And as the economy increases, I think things are going to get better. We have hit 9 million now in population. And let's actually have a look at the ledger in terms of population. Who are we trying to overtake now? So we've overtaken British Senegal. We are just, well, a little bit behind Sokoto and then British East Africa. After that, Carnatic, Bengal, Cuba, and then Philippines, Belgium, Delhi, Scandinavia is 24. So it's we're still pretty far down the list. In terms of prestige, we are... Okay, Brazil is the next one that we're going to be overtaking in terms of prestige. We are number 18 now, actually. Interestingly enough, do we get prestige from some production... Oh, because we're leading producer of airplanes, we get 40 prestige. Oh. So, how much do we actually need to become a... Oh, we don't need too much. We need 20 more prestige and we can become a great power. Well, that would be quite something. The radical numbers are still drifting downwards, which is nice. Loyalists are actually slowly increasing. The literary rate has kind of stalled. I suppose since we are getting a lot of influx of new people that might not be as literate as most of our core population. Oh, Carnatic. The Carnatic is down here, right? Or is it over here? Carnatic definitely sounds like India to me. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, what was the convention? Still got the embassy. Oh, right. It was just the investment. Okay. Let's have a look. So how's the... I've still got advantage of 50 points, but yeah. Oh, preferential states is going to be getting advantage. They'll be... Oh no, actually France is going to become the leader. Or the highest influence on us. Okay then, well, I was wanting to join the German stuff there, but I guess we're not going to do that. I don't suppose power is listed as a... No, it doesn't have, because it's locally consumed. It won't have the leading producer modifiers. I don't think we are that high in there anyway. I do actually wonder, though, what about logging? Like wood. Are we... We're number 9 leading producer. We need to produce basically more than double what we produce right now to become the leader, or the top 3. So that's not going to happen. But we have surpassed 9 million already. So that's good. Population. Oh, and we can support another interest. Oh, even 2 more. Oh. Okay, I think we're going to put one in Senegal. And perhaps we could put one in... Oh, we want New France, sure. That might help a little bit with the trading that we do and all that. The Senegal, on the other hand, is just in case there's something that we might be able to perhaps conquer. It's not necessarily very likely, but it could always happen, I suppose. Well, it looks like the motor and automotive industries are almost done, so we need to figure out some other stuff to build. I guess more power plants. Get this to 10 power plants in Corpia. Because we do need a whole lot in there. We might also just build another motor industry, quite frankly. Because I have a feeling that that demand is not going to go down anytime soon there. And after that, how much we got the... Yeah, we got another motor industry, or automotive industry, about to be completed. Then we might go ahead and just build up another one. Keep on production, because it looks like the planes, there is actually a decent bit of demand. Now, is that because we are exporting? Oh, yeah, we are. Trade center 24, pop consumption 8. We've got a deficit of 10. Only produced 22, so... Oh, okay. Oh, there's this inherent demand. Okay, well, I suppose we're the only one that supplies them right now, so that is a nice corner of the market. If we could just increase the amount of production that we do on that, we're not going to switch all of the automotives in our capital. We're just going to keep the car industry in there, essentially. Speaking of which, we might be able to increase that even further. Because the productivity of that is through the roof. We can, well, I don't think we'll be able to get to... Oh, USA is starting to get some production there as well. Yeah, I think we want to increase our automotive production to stay ahead of USA at least. 9.1 million population already. Oh, South Africa is improved relations. Oh, okay. Are they... Yeah, they're still a colony under Britain, which is to be expected. They managed to get a little bit of Congo in here as well, I guess. I really hope that we can get some more oil rigs over here in Congo. Because we could definitely use some of that. I also might need to get some power plants in here. There's a little bit by orders, but that's mostly pops actually, but... Yeah, getting the power plant in there probably wouldn't hurt. Would allow us to then switch to the film production over here, for example. No, still did not get an oil rig. Shame. We could have more rubber plantations though. We got already 13, admittedly. There's not a whole lot, and we did get room for another plantation of some sort. I guess we'll keep that open for the time being. We might build something in there. But the motor industries now, it's... I suppose the productivity is not, like, insanely bad, 16.4. But it's not going to be enough necessarily yet, and they might not be able to hire enough people. Oh, we owe an obligation to Germany. Oh, okay. I wonder what's going to happen there. They don't have enough leverage to call me in, admittedly, but they would like me in there, I reckon. It just, they can't get me in there. And a bit more power plants. Actually, a lot more power plants being built, mostly in Corpia, of all places, but that's going to reduce the power price, or electricity price, hopefully. We'll see how it goes, but I suppose eventually we'll also be getting the electric steam machines. That's going to increase the production of clothing quite a bit. And also, we can get the automatic power looms, so that's going to reduce the labor need in these by about 1,000 per level. Or 1,000 per factory, so that should be pretty decent overall. We've got now 51 million GDP. So it's we've got quite a bit of way to catch up to the next one. But I think at least we are staying stable above 50 million. So that's honestly already a pretty good one. And looks like we are... Yeah, the population growth is still fairly rapid right now. Now, I'm not going to complain about that. The number of radicals is less than 500,000 already. So we've got more than 71 in terms of loyalist radicals. That's always quite nice. And looks like we're still making some money. And the investment pool is also increasing slightly. Now, NCO training is going to be done in 3 to 5 weeks. Oh. We won't be able to get the squad infantry due to the lack of radio production. But we can get the better training at least. And then we'll get the mobile armor, and that is going to be huge. We'll start the tank production. And after that, we'll probably focus on some production things, maybe. Or we could go for the society just to get the malaria prevention. Actually, we'll queue that one up. So that we can start colonizing it faster in Africa. And the pot growth is all going to be a lot faster there. And after that, we'll maybe get some production. So we can start switching away from military. focus as such. But we do need to get some more production. Right, let's actually have a look. Any other... they could use a bit of transportation up here. Well, they are building a railway already. Oulu is actually doing pretty good, all things considered. Although, let's get the logging camp with the electric sawmills. That's going to increase the demand for electricity. But also, yeah, it's just the productivity is going to be slightly better. There's not a whole lot of workers in there, so the demand for electricity is actually going to be quite tiny. We could also get the electric arc process over here, but that... that requires too much electricity right now, so we're going to hold off on that for the time being. Could get the street lights, though. And then let's see, any... Ooh, right, there's cheap stuff in here. Also improved relations with us, that's fine. We do need electricity down here, but that's... we've got a plant already. We've got a railway. We could maybe get another railway, actually. Also, the urban centres... we could maybe use the motor carriages, or public motor carriages in here. Increase the transportation production even further. They don't have a whole lot of workforce in here, but I think that's still going to be alright. And then sulfur mines, I don't think there's too much that we can do there. Logging camps, we could get the steam donkeys at least in here, reduce the labour need. And also maybe get the electric sawmills. So that's going to increase the demand for electricity at least. Of course, the population over here is like 100,000, so that's not going to be enough. We've got 240,000 now in Oulu, and that's still increasing drastically. Well, we're getting the migration anyway. Southern Serbia and our capital, okay. I reckon a lot more of that is probably on... Oh, there we go, NCO training is complete. Let's go and switch the training modifiers over here for the barracks. If we can find them on the list here. There they are. And now we're running low on things to construct again. We've got a few weeks of time to decide the next construction progress. Of course, but yeah, we may need to improve... actually, is that... okay, another automotive industry in here, and then maybe we'll get another automotive industry up here as well. There's actually one being built already. By us, actually. There's also the explosive factory, which could be somewhat profitable. Although it would reduce the productivity a lot. But you know what? Oh no, they don't even have most of the employment going in there right now. That's the munitions plant. That is, well, it's hiring 6,000 people right now. That's not too bad, I suppose. Alright, we need pasteurization for the reducing labourers at the fishermen or fishing wharf, so that's not going to happen quite yet. There we go, we've got 51.7 million GDP. We are overtaking another nation. We've overtaken Cuba. Brazil's going to be a bit further away, and we are still... oh, we're still 18 points away. I wonder, where are we in, like, close in production? Top 3. Like, we only get the airplanes. I suppose the luxury furniture is one of those things that we're probably not too far off from being the leading producer, or top 3 producer. Yeah, we're number 4 producer, and how's the distance? Oh, it's actually not even that bad. Okay, let me just double check the furniture manufacturers. If we could just switch more to the luxury furniture at this point. Because the population is more and more... okay, no, we've got all of that as they should be, I suppose. I guess we'll get one more in our capital. That's not going to be enough to push us back to the top 3, but it's going to get us a little bit closer. We're looking so many railways right now, and almost all of that is in Scandinavian Pegu. What the heck is going on? They're not going to have enough people to run any of that. Oh, Korea's improving relations. That's handy. Now, in the meanwhile, the government... okay, so we're going to get the power plant in Finnish Congo soon enough. I don't know if it's going to be very profitable initially, but it will be down the line. I actually think perhaps we should go and... oh, we've still got the convention in Potsdam, so that's the embassy. Right. So down here, we might want to build up some more coal mines. I know that they're not going to be used yet, but I think they will eventually. The power plant over here, that's, well, unfortunately not really providing much yet. There's going to be just a little bit domestic consumption there currently. Could maybe put in the electric street lights. That might help a little bit, although, you know, make it more profitable as a building, so that they will be able to hire maybe some people. The wages are probably going to be fairly high, but we shall see. Still building stuff in Sweden. I do actually wonder, Scandinavia, could we now get some treaties with you? No, not really. Or protection or anything like that. Guarantee independence wouldn't be too bad, but we'd have to make some concessions for them to actually accept that. And no, I don't think that's going to be an option. At least a standard of living back to number 4. Germany has overtaken us. British Congo is ahead of us. and Scandinavia, but it was mostly because we captured the lower Congo that our standard of living average dropped quite a bit. I do actually wonder, is there still more institutions that we could upgrade? I mean, there's the law enforcement, that's about it. And then as for laws, there is a tiny bit of support for the multiculturalism. Petit bourgeoisie and intelligentsia oppose that. We may need to just wait until next election. We'll get trade unions into the government one way or another, and then we can start pushing for that law, so we can get the mission completed. There's a massive support for the colonial exploitation. They increase the plantation, mine, forestries, and rubber plantation throughput in unincorporated states. Also, starting wages would go down. But no, I think we're going to be the good guys, and we're just going to use the colonial resettlement. I know that it's not going to be most optimal, but I think it's it makes more sense, sort of roleplay sense. And we support even more interest. Oh, wow. Give us one in the Balkans, just for the heck of it. There's not much I can do in there, mind you, but actually, how's Greece? You've got some deals with Russia. Friendship between Russia and Greece. And you give... oh, wow. So, Greece pays 1,000 a week. Or £1,000 a week. They give trade privileges and investment rights and some fine art to Russia for basically free. Police brutality. Oh, central planning. There we go. Police brutality. So we either lose law enforcement by 1. Or enforce petty bourgeoisie like us more, and we'll have a bit more radicals. I think we can afford taking a bit more radicals. It's probably going to get us over 500,000 again. Oh. Oh, right. Because Austria has improved relations with us. Germany is now being a bit cautious towards us. Can we still improve it? No, we can't even improve relations with them. Well, never mind. Oh, multilateral alliances. That's going to be quite handy. For the Balkans' interests. Egyptian attitude improved. Well, that's handy, I suppose. And Germany withdraws from the Convention of Potsdam. So they don't have the embassy anymore. Now, who has the leading... okay, so it's preferential states. So the Confederates have the biggest influence. It looks like Law Pact and Zollverein are both losing a whole lot of power. So we might accidentally join it. Well, let's actually have a look at the preferential states. How... is that a... that is a trade league, yeah. They got internal trade 1 right now, which means more infrastructure. Who is that? Oh, they got El Salvador there as well. Okay. Right. I mean, you know, I suppose if we can join it in some sort of trade coalition, then that could still be handy. I reckon they probably have a whole lot of oil production, or they at least could have a lot of oil production. Oh yeah, they got a whole lot of oil. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's have a look at the market. Yeah, they got 16,000. You know what? That could be very handy. Because then we'll start using oil for basically everything. You know what? I'm not opposed to that. Now that I think of it, because yeah, it could be very profitable for us in terms of the economy. Also, that reminds me, the arms industry, we can probably switch to the bolt action rifles by now. Because we got the oil for it. So we can produce the small arms a bit cheaper. Investment port is slowly increasing again. We might need to queue up some more production, though. What do we need? More glass? More engines? Could use a bit more sulfur as well, but I think the sulfur is having some issues with, you know, lack of workforce, really. We're not subsidizing that, though, but oh, we can't build any more than the 10. Oh, never mind then. Well, it was nice while it lasted, I guess. We've got a tooling workshop down here in Lower Congo. Oh, also, since we've got the power, let's go and upgrade the... wait, was it? Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Do we have power in here yet? No. Let's build a power plant down there in Lower Congo, then. So we can then switch the arts academies to use... or produce film art, which does increase the art production a bit further. That should then reduce the price overall. We're starting to slowly invest a bit further and further into Africa. Or more and more into Africa, so that's actually not bad. Yeah, so now... yeah, the league's got a bit of advantage since everyone else is losing their influence. Thanks to Germany breaking the pact, I guess. Largely, so yeah, it's not going to be quite enough to let us join the preferential states yet. It's getting closer, and I wonder if we could actually set up a treaty with them, or an embassy. No. Cohesion reduction if Confederate States of America joined. Okay. Us being economically independent from them. Minus 25. Okay, so no, that's probably not going to happen then. Never mind. Well, at least we explore that avenue slightly. Revolution in Italy. Causing a peasant revolt. Oh. Alright then. Also getting Anna's relations improved. Not what I expected to see, I'll be honest. Yeah, so we've still got a whole lot of railways to building, mostly still in Scandinavian Pegu. A bit of power plant being built, and then, well, there's a bit of industries being built as well. Including another power plant and a logging camp. And then we're building some stuff in Tamil Nadu. Oh. Right, I think what we might need to do is get some more glassworks, because we still have a fairly high demand for it, and we can start reducing the construction costs that way. We've got 3 underway, admittedly. We'll get another 2 built by the government. This import is down to 7.8 or 8.8 million, actually. It's slowly increasing again for a brief while, but it might not be growing for too long. Like, overall, I think it's still drifting downwards. Slightly, anyway. Where's the next election? 1916. So later on this year, the election season will start. I'm going to try to support the trade unions as much as possible in that election, just so that they can be in the government one way or another. And then we're going to start passing the multiculturalism law, because that would be very much needed. Because they do still have the... Oh. Humanitarians and multiculturalism is something they support. They also support women's suffrage. So that would be also quite handy. I think that might well be one of the further goals still that we'll need to meet. Alright, we're about to get the coal mine built. I do actually wonder... What is our... So we do actually have a lot of coal right now. Are we still importing that from Germany, or is that all just... Let's see, sell orders... No, it's just coal mines and trade centers are importing a whole lot. Okay, well, I suppose that's fine. Could use another steel mill, or perhaps we'll go ahead and just upgrade the steel mill up here to use electricity and just build another power plant or 2. Because right now the productivity, of course, is going to be through the roof. Or the demand for it. So the productivity of the power plant, or profitability rather, I suppose, is going to be much better. At least for the time being. Now we'll see how it goes in the long run, but right now it's not too bad. Do need over 100 in here, so yeah, even just the 3 won't be enough. Hey, pneumatic tools. So construction sector throughput even higher. We've got 500 to be fair right now, I reckon. And more hardwood production and resource discovery chances improved. I actually wonder, is there a potential for oil or rubber down here at Lower Congo? There's discoverable resources. So it could well be oil. Or it could be more... Oh, the rubber hasn't been unlocked here yet. Oh. Well, that might happen soon enough. Now, what's going to be spreading next in the production then? Oh, we're getting mobile armor in 27 months. What are we getting in there? Aha, it's plastics. Well, that could actually be quite handy. And if nothing else, we could probably do trade deals with the Confederates to start buying a whole lot of oil from their market to get to our market. And let's actually have a look. How much are other things that we could do? Well, I suppose there's the vacuum packing, for example. That would increase the grocery production drastically. That would also start increasing maybe the meat product, or the meat demand a little bit. How much oil? That's only 144. I wonder if the textile actually would be better if we started using elastic as well. It would employ more shopkeepers for sure. And it might not be that much more profitable right now. It's going to go through the options in here if there's anything else that we might do. Get more bolt action rifles. Artillery, well, we've got the recoil mechanism already. Millet farms, let's get the fertilizer in. And also, the tractor machines, and no, we don't really need the orchards in there, actually. Wait, we got gold, oh, Summers, right, so we own that, technically speaking, but we don't, actually, well, in practical terms, we don't own it. So we can't switch to the telephone switchboards yet, because we don't have telephones. A logging camp, so we might then start using the change also to get a whole lot of oil purchased from somewhere. That would be a lot of money, but that would also reduce the labor needs. So, Central, or the Confederate States of America, could we perhaps get some goods from you. Oil? I'm gonna get like, I don't know, 500? Okay, 400 is a max you can give me. Let's go for 250 then. Then what we are gonna do, we don't want the embassy yet. I'll give you an obligation, so that will get us to 65%. And I could maybe sell something for you. What is something that you need that I have? Ironclads? Okay, that would be one option. Tea? Or fine iron? I mean, the engines is another thing that we can probably sell a little bit. Maybe not that much. Let's say we give you 100. So they would be more than happy to accept that. I'm gonna guess no, the embassy would still be too much. Is there any... I suppose we could maybe transfer some more oil in then. Actually, if you transfer more oil, that's gonna make them even happier. Okay, any other goods that they might be able to transfer to us? Got a lot of dyes. A lot of fertilizer, fabrics, explosives. Ooh, that could be handy. Ooh, we'll get a bit more explosives as well. Maybe not that much, but let's say like another 300. We don't actually need the obligation at this point. But yeah, let's send that proposal. They should accept that. It's not a nice little trade deal. It's going to make our motor industries even more profitable. Orbital declaration is in force. So now we can get a whole lot of oil for fairly cheap. And I reckon the oil price is actually not particularly bad right now. Yeah, we've got plenty extra. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch all the logging camps to use the chainsaws. Which is, actually, how much is that going to be? Yeah, it's going to reduce the labor as a decent bit. Not like insane amounts, but it is going to be a decent reduction in there. Now, let's go. That should be quite an increase in the total production. Well, there we go. We're number 21 in the GDP. That's quite nice. Standard of living is still hovering just below 19, unfortunately. Oh, and our admiral has died. Oh no. Let's hire a new one. We'll actually support the trade, or get the trade unions in here. Support their power a little bit further. So that's now sorted out again. The population is almost 9.5 million already. That is pretty decent increase in there for sure. Oh, we even got the 5th building underway here. I suppose we did increase, yeah, it's 535 total construction speed now. And we take about 130, oh, 133.7. Interesting. Got a lot of glassworks being built. Not all of them in our nation, mind you, but still, a lot of those are being built. We'll be getting some decent stuff from that over time. I'm going to go and get some more motor industries in our capital, I think. Get that to 5, so 20 total. That's of course going to have a lot of demands otherwise, but that's honestly going to be probably our best bet. Increasing the engine production. At this point, I'm going to cancel the greener grass campaign in Olo. I think we've got... it's over 300,000 population now. So we'll say about the authority, we could actually go ahead and put in a consumption tax for porcelain. Which means that we're still making money, just about. While still doing a lot of construction work. I have a feeling that the population is still going to continue increasing. But it's going to take a while. And the literacy rate is... we're still number 3. Behind Modena and Ionian Islands. Oh, so Guyana has been destroyed, I guess, or conquered. Well, that is a surprise for sure, but, well, not actually that big of a surprise. It was a fairly small nation, if I remember correctly. There goes. So West Karelia is going to get another glassworks. Might need to start importing more lead as well. But the availability of that might not be a whole lot. Of course, once we get the plastics, we can start using more oil for making the glass. Not necessarily everywhere, but we can start at least phasing out some of those to use oil instead and get even more glass out of it. And let's also save up some of the lead, which could be kind of handy. But I do see that we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.